Mega Godzilla, what? He was... Okay, so... The reason why Hellbound Baron Godzilla did not really meet a happy ending, because he tried to challenge for Godzilla as the role as king of all Godzillas. And not just that, Mega Godzilla does not tolerate other Godzillas who are basically killing each other or just battling each other for territory or... Well, the territory part, he understands. But if one Godzilla is trying to kill the other, or just planning out being evil to another Godzilla, he will absolutely track them down, fight them, and literally kill them. Hellbound Baron Godzilla was acting like that. And he did not meet a happy ending because he got his freaking arms torn off of his body. Half of his tail ended up getting ripped off. His legs got broken. And finally, his neck got snapped. And there's one more thing. Mega Godzilla actually ended up eating half of Hellbound Baron Godzilla, including Hellbound Baron Godzilla's insides. And Mega Godzilla left Hellbound Baron Godzilla as a message to any other Godzilla who intends to act like that, acting aggressive to their own kind and basically being evil. He basically used Hellbound Baron Godzilla as a message. Do that crap again, and possibly you will end up like your friend here. Like I said, if you're a Godzilla, you have to be constantly terrified of Mega Godzilla. He will act like a cannibal when he needs to be a cannibal. And the fact that he shares similar characteristics with a T-Rex, imagine the strength and firepower of the T-Rex's jaw muscles and raw power of that jaw, strength and power of that bite, but into the body or in the mouth of a Godzilla. You might say that might be freaking terrifying to see. In that of a, like seeing Godzilla having that, like a Godzilla having that type of jaw power, jaw strength and muscle. The next thing is this. Mega Godzilla does not. He just doesn't tolerate anyone in his territory. Or anyone who is a threat to him. Anyways, moving on to the rivals. So like I said before, Mega Death Ghidorah constantly challenging him for the role as king of the Mega Monsters. And like I said before, no one dares to challenge him as king of all Godzillas. Not even the strongest Godzillas, like Burning Godzilla 1995, Godzilla Final Wars, Legendary Godzilla, Super Godzilla, and Godzilla Earth. Those 5 are just terrified of him. They just don't even dare to challenge him. They know if they challenge him, they might end up like Hellbound Baron Godzilla. So that's why they are just terrified, aren't even thinking about challenging him. And excuse me for a moment, I had to get a drink. Alright, I'm back. Anyways, let's move on. So, the third arch rival is, in fact, Mega Kong. Now, for those of you who did not see this in Mega Godzilla's backstory on my original YouTube channel, I apologize for that. But you will see that in the remake. But there was a Mega Kong who helped Mega Godzilla to basically imprison Mega Legendary King Ghidorah. But that Mega Kong ended up dying by the hands of Mega Legendary King Ghidorah. And Mega Godzilla told the other Mega Kongs of what happened. And no, the Mega Kongs and the Mega Godzillas are not at war with each other. They actually respect each other. the Mega Cons respect the Mega Godzillas as like the top dog. They respect them as like the kings of the Mega Monsters and kings of all Godzillas. As long as the Mega Godzillas respect the Mega Kongs as the alpha of their own people, their own territories, and all that stuff. As long as they respect them, being their own alpha in their own territory, then the Mega Godzillas have no problem with that. They literally had no problem with that at all. And I know what you might be saying, but there can't be two alphas. Well, who said that there can't be two alphas in one or two different areas? After all, like what I just said, the Mega Cons are the alphas of their own territory, and but the Mega Godzillas are the alpha of the Mega Monsters. So, moving on. But this Mega Con assumed that Mega Godzilla killed his grandfather, but Mega Godzilla tried to reason with him, saying that, hey, I didn't kill your grandfather. And it was Mega Legend King Ghidorah who did. Who, in fact, killed your grandfather, but that Mega Con didn't buy it. As a matter of fact, Mega Godzilla actually did a favor for that Mega Con's grandfather. He actually ripped off his own dorsal spine and created the Mega Con battle axe. And if you're wondering, how did he regenerate that? Well, his regenerability is similar to Legend King Ghidorah, and of course, Attack on Titan style, baby. Yes, his regenerability is like Legend King Ghidorah and Attack on Titan in regenerability, like how the Titans regenerate their body parts. Yeah, it's similar. It's basically similar to those two things. That's how Mega Godzilla regenerates his body parts. And yes, he was managed to regenerate his missing dorsal spine that he actually ripped off to create the Mega Con battle axe. So, moving on. Mega Godzilla's... So, yeah, you know that Mega Con is now Mega Godzilla's arch enemy. Because, like I said before, he assumed that Mega Godzilla was responsible of his grandfather's death, and yeah. So, moving on. So, Mega Godzilla was... His fourth arch enemy is Mega Muto Prime. And he too was helping Mega Legend King Ghidorah to kill all the Mega Godzillas. Well, almost. Half of them survived. If you're wondering how many survived, does this go by, or does this answer your question? 5% of the population survived. The rest got freaking killed. So there's not many Mega Godzillas left. If you're wondering what's the original number, it was basically 200. That's how many Mega Godzillas were left. Well, were alive. So, now the current number is basically 5% of the population of the Mega Godzillas that survived. So, Mega Godzilla's fifth arch enemy is, of course, Mega... His fifth arch enemy is Mega Space Godzilla. Now, you can tell why that might be a thing. Because Mega Godzilla does not tolerate seeing like a clone version of himself just basically walking around and saying that, oh yeah, I'm Mega Godzilla's brother. Even if Mega Godzilla had a sibling, most likely he would not tolerate his own brother or sister basically becoming a bad guy. Most likely will beat the crap out of them until they become a good guy again. That's most likely what would happen. Mega Godzilla's his sixth arch enemy is, of course, Mega Godzilla. Now, the humans and the aliens did not create him. No. If you're wondering who created him, I've shown this in the backstory, but for those of you who are new to the channel, I had originally a YouTube channel that explained Mega Godzilla's backstory. But when I start doing MMD videos, I will show you who created Mega Godzilla, but I will just go on ahead and tell you. And the creator of Mega Godzilla is in fact the creator of Mega Godzilla is Mega Legendary King Ghidorah. Yes, he created him because he wanted someone who can actually fight back and actually stand a longer fight to Mega Godzilla. So, yeah. And not just that, Mega Godzilla can actually go inside of your mind. Not literally, but he can actually look through your memories and study your fighting tactic and use your own fighting tactic against you. He does that with anyone. So, yeah. For the seventh and final... The seventh arch enemy is Mega Destroyer. Mega Destroyer is a very powerful opponent. It took Mega Godzilla 2 power-ups to take him down. Now the final arch enemy is Mega Bagan. And it took Mega Godzilla nearly freaking 3 power-ups to take him down. So, yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Oh, and I forgot to mention one more thing. Mega Godzilla, you could say he's been more of a hothead, and the reason why I say that is because of one particular thing. Mega Godzilla's strength increases due to his anger and rage, very similar to the Hulk. He grows more intelligent, more agile, a bit more smarter when it comes to anger. And not to say, he can jump a bit faster than the Superman. So, yeah. You say you don't want to mess with Mega Godzilla. Plus, his own anger acts like radiation to him. Yes, he literally feeds off his own anger. And that makes him stronger. And he just gets angry in a split second. So you don't want to anger this big guy.